Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. In today's video, we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action. We are going to cover a couple of interesting metrics for Kaspa, as well as many of interesting altcoin charts too. And we are also going to cover BTC. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video isn't a financial advice. And now let's hop into Kaspa itself. So Kaspa is currently trading at 12 cents and it's currently experiencing a little leg up of 2.5%. So that's great, but obviously not something that we are expecting because we would like to see a major pump coming for Kaspa and overall crypto market. But alright, let's have a look at market cap. Market cap is currently sitting at 2.8 billion USD and 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 94 million USD. So first of all, let's cover the whole market. As we can see, we are experiencing a little bit of recovery due to the fact that BTC is seeing that little recovery on the chart as well. However, that doesn't necessarily saying that we are going to see up territory now, because we are still before the halvening event, and we could also see a little bit of more pain in the market for BTC, and obviously that is going to pull the price of Kaspa towards the downside. But right, we are going to examine the chart of Kaspa very soon. Let's first of all have a look at some Kaspa metrics. So the current reward is currently sitting at 123 Kaspa, and the next reward is going to be 117 Kaspas. Next production is scheduled in 16 days, and the hash rate is currently sitting at 186 terahash per second. So now let's have a look at the hash rate. So as we can see here, hash rate is growing exponentially, which is obviously great to see. And if we are going to look at addresses holding over 10,000 Kaspa. So last time I have updated you guys, that was 2 days ago on the 18th of March. So let's first of all have a look at 18th of March. We're sitting at 68.2, and at the moment 20th of March we are sitting at 68.46. So that gives us discrepancy of 170. So we are sitting at 170 new addresses holding over 10,000 Kaspa. Maybe it's not a lot, but obviously these are only 2 days and almost 200 new holders that are holding over 10,000 Kaspa. So I do believe that's something. And if we are going to look at addresses holding over 100,000 Kaspa, let's have a look at 18. That was sitting at 18.84,000 Kaspa holders, and at the moment we are sitting at 18,000.8. So that gives us around 30 new addresses for Kaspa. Obviously that's significantly less than over 10k Kaspa, but obviously 100k Kaspa could be a lot to some people. But right, let's have a look finally at the chart itself. So first of all, let's cover daily, and as we can see here, as I was mentioning in the previous update, that we potentially could dip to that area of 0.786 Fibonacci zone, and looks like we are being supported and Kaspa is bouncing back towards the upside. However, that doesn't necessarily says that Kaspa is going to fly. Perhaps we could see a little bit of more pain for Kaspa. It all depends what BTC is going to do, because as we can see now, Bitcoin is recovering, and that recovery is sitting at roughly 4%, which doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to see only up potential now for BTC, because we are still early before the halvening, and we could dip a little bit lower for BTC. It could be 59, heck, it could be even 50. So we could see a little bit of more pullback for BTC in coming days. At the moment, BTC is pretty much undervalued, but obviously that all is caused due to the fact that we have outflows, negative outflows of ETFs. So that is driving the price downwards, and of course that is driving Kaspa towards the downside as well. And now coming back to Kaspa, we have reached level of 11 cents. So if you bought at this level, at that dip, I'm pretty sure that you are very happy. And now if we would experience continuation of that pullback, because obviously one green candle doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to see up potential now, there will be around 11 cents of a dollar. I don't think that this is going to happen, but heck, it could. And now if we are going to look at the point of moving averages, we lost the support of 100-day moving average, and obviously we have also dipped significantly below that trend line for the first time in history of Kaspa. So I do believe that is big, and hopefully we are going to see that reversal towards the upside in coming days. And now something to say about Kaspa, because I saw some of you in comments said that Kaspa is shit. And now the thing is that it's basically like 10 years ago somebody would say that Bitcoin is shit. I do believe that we could say something like this about Solana, for example, or any other project that actually has a team that market that project, that crypto, like Solana, for example, right? We could say that Solana is bad because of, I don't know, its outages or because of this or that, but Kaspa is proof of work. And also there was no pre-mine, no pre-allocation, and there is also no team behind it that advertise Kaspa. So Kaspa is not crap. Kaspa is what we, the retail, are going to make out of it, and later hopefully institutions, just like with BTC, right? So basically people back in the days, they were purchasing 2 pizzas for 10,000 bitcoins because that's what they valued it at. They basically didn't know it's going to be worth that much. And again, more and more retail jumped into BTC, and that's how that whole crypto adoption started. So I do believe that Kaspa is what we are going to make out of it. So if we are going to believe that Kaspa is going to be $5, $10, of course, maybe not this bull cycle, perhaps it will, but perhaps not. But what I'm trying to get at is that it all depends on us, first of all on retail, and then later on institutions, of what Kaspa can potentially become in the future. And by the way, if you would be interested into keeping your Kaspa safe outside of exchanges, make sure that you check out Tangum Wallet. So Tangum Wallet is a cold storage solution for you to store your Kaspa, but most importantly, not only Kaspa, because you can store different projects which you can check on the website if there is a support with Tangum. Tangum is carrying Samsung chip, which is also used in passports. So I do believe that this is a great thing. But now my personal favorite is the fact that once you're going to purchase your crypto, Kaspa, Solana, or whatever you hold, you don't necessarily have to send it back to exchange if you want to sell it for profit, because you can swap it for USDT in Tangum app. So I do believe this is a great deal. And if you are going to use my discount code, you can get minus 10% off. So the link is in the description down below. And now let's have a look at the chart. First of all, we are going to cover a little bit of BTC because obviously that is important. And after that, we are going to look at alts. So let's have a look at what happened in the previous bull cycle when we touched that area of all-time highs that were leading us back to 2017. We got rejected from all-time highs and we saw that bit of a pullback, and after that we saw parabola for BTC. And now if we are going to look at the moment, BTC already closed above all-time highs and printed new all-time highs, and I do think that this is alright that we are experiencing that pullback on BTC and overall crypto market. But look what happened after that previous pullback. So we are exactly at the same territory over here for BTC. Even if we are going to drop to that trend line over here and retest that trend line, that doesn't change the fact at what prices BTC is going to be trading in coming months. Shout out to El Crypto Prof. Sometimes you have to dig a little deeper to find out where BTC is in this cycle. Whenever BTC has broken through the blue line in the Mayer multiple indicator and at the same time it closed to or above the all-time high, the parabolic move started a short time later. So if we are going to examine 2017, that was something that I was telling you in a previous chart. So we had that all-time high touch over here, and then we had a significant pullback over here, but after that we saw parabola in 2017, 2018. And if we are going to look at 2020, that was exactly the same thing. We got rejected from all-time highs, we had a bit of a pullback, and after that parabola. So now we are experiencing that pullback. However, the difference is that we have closed above that all-time highs for BTC, and even if we are going to see a bit of more pullback, I don't really care because I know what is happening. And now finally let's cover alts. So that is total market cap of 2018 2024, and that's including BTC and ETH, but I do believe that this is important to cover. So now let's have a look at what happened in 2014 2018. So once we broke out of that Wyckoff accumulation, then we had a pullback slash retest, whatever, and then we had the first phase of parabola, let's say, in which we had that pullback. Nevertheless, after that pullback, we have experienced a true bull cycle. So let's have a look at this current cycle. So that's bear market, obviously, Wyckoff accumulation, and now we broke above, and now we had that retest, and after that we saw that first phase of the cycle, just like we saw over here, right? And we have that bit of a pullback over here, and after that I do believe that it's pretty much easy to figure it out what is going to happen in coming weeks. And now if we are going to look at the standpoint from a logarithmic MACD, which is turning bullish on a 2-monthly chart, that's pretty much very easy to figure out what is going to happen. Because if we are going to look at 2020 and 2021, once we had that bullish crossover here and we turned green on MACD, 2-monthly MACD, we have experienced a true bull cycle. So this is exactly what is happening at the moment. We are experiencing that crossover over here, and and sooner or later MACD is going to turn into green on 2 monthly charts on alts, and that is going to be very juicy, I believe. But alright, if we are going to look at the standpoint of the first dip of the bull run, that's pretty much self-explanatory too, right? Let's have a look at, first of all, 2016, 2017. So we had the first pullback of the bull run, and then boom, we had parabola. 2021, the same case over here too. We had that first dip of the bull run, and if we are going to look at this current cycle, we are exactly at the same place as we were in the previous cycles. So now we are going to obviously experience some dip, which is nothing to be worried about in my opinion. And I also do believe that this is a chance to accumulate, last chance to accumulate before the true parabola. But nevertheless, after that we are going to see much bigger prices. And now if we are going to compare with the previous bull cycle, this is where we are at with our alt. So of course, the previous bull cycle we had a bit of a pullback, but so what? After that we saw parabola, just like over here. The only difference is that this current bull cycle we are experiencing a bit bigger pullback. Nevertheless, I do believe that this altcoin season is going to be very juicy. We are going to experience more pullbacks even in the depths of the bull cycle. However, as long as you have your profit taking strategy in place, I don't think you have anything to be worried about. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching that quick Kaspa and alts update. I hope that you have enjoyed, and I wish you having a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Peace and love, crypto.